Hi there. So, I'll just jump right into it. I used to be a Gabbie Hanna stan, but after her most recent, I don't even know what to call it, Twitter rampage, I'm not anymore. And I was never a stan in the way that the current stans are. Probably because I'm 25. I mean, actually, that's not even good reasoning anymore, because Gabbie's 30 and she did all this. Okay, so I don't behave the way that the stans do because I have maturity. I don't know a nice way to word that, but so first of all, when I say the way that the stans behave, I mean the fact that they will go after anyone who Gabbie talks about in a negative light. And yeah, you can be a fan of someone without doing that. So, because I was. So I guess I should say those fans of Gabbie's. And, you know, there's people like that in every single fandom, whatever you want to call it. One of the things that upsets me that Gabbie does is when she is talking about anyone in a negative light, you know, and we're not talking about whether or not that's okay. But I'm just saying, if you're going to talk about somebody in a negative way, or in just a not positive way at all, it's a good thing to preface it with, you know, don't send hate to this person. And a lot of people that I follow do, but Gabbie doesn't. Never when she's ranting about somebody, making a comment about somebody negatively or just not positively, she never says, do not send hate to this person. If there is an example, I've never seen it. I mean, there might be, but I do know that with the most recent stuff that happened, that didn't happen, her saying that. And that is a problem, because when you are a person who has, how many followers? Let's see. I'm looking on YouTube right now. She has 5.72 million subscribers as of the time of me recording this. When you're someone who has that number of followers, even 1 million plus, even 500,000 plus, you know, any substantial following, and people have a tendency to idolize other people that they follow. When you are a big creator and you are talking about somebody and it's negative, it's like your idol doesn't like this person, so I don't like this person. You know, this is my idol. They're saying that this person wronged them, so I hate them just because of that. And when you don't tell your followers to not send hate to people that you're talking about, the super loyal ones, the ones who want to defend you, they're going to do that. They're going to send hate to who you're talking about. And that happened in the case of Rachel Oates. When Gabbie went off on Rachel, her stans, the crazy ones, I don't want to use the word crazy. I don't like that word because I have a lot of mental illnesses myself. The stans who don't have the emotional maturity to know to not go after people, those people are going to go after whoever you're talking about. And they went after Rachel. They reported her Instagram account until it got taken down. And that is not okay, because she did not do anything that went against Instagram's terms of service. If you idolize someone and they don't like someone, that does not give you permission to go after them. That does not give you permission to hate them. if you want to hate somebody, do it for your own reasons. Do it because they're going after underage people. Sorry, my phone glitched out, so the angle's probably different. But anyway, do it because they are a predator. Not alleged, a known one. Do it because, you should only send hate to someone in extreme circumstances, in my opinion, if they're committing an actual crime and they haven't been deplatformed. And I'm talking about an actual crime. I'm not talking about somebody who made a joke that you don't like. Even somebody who is racist, who is sexist, who is homophobic. Anybody who's like that, if it goes against whatever platform that they're using terms of service, go through them. But don't ever send someone personally hate. Because one, that's not mature. Two, you never know what someone's going through. And if someone actually ends up hurting themselves or making a permanent decision, if you know what I mean, because of it, you could be implicated for that. And that's not good. Nobody wants that. So I'm just going to put that out there. And going back to an earlier point, even if these creators with large followings, even creators with small followings, even if they say, don't send hate after this person, people still will. But at that point, if the creator has expressed clearly that they do not want hate to go to that person, it's out of their hands, in my opinion, with that aspect, with this particular aspect of their fans going after whoever it is they're talking about. Something else that I wanted to say is, if you are a huge creator, should you be going after people in the first place? If someone does something shitty to you, what should you do about it? And you have this large following. You could do what Gabbie did, and you could go on a whole rant about them with several tweets. Even if you have receipts, you could do that. And then something like what has happened, could happen. Or you could, if they did something legal, well, I should say illegal. I'm like in the legal category. If they did something illegal, go to the police, go to whoever you can talk to. If they went against terms of service, like with harassment, bullying, go after whatever platform that they were spreading that hate on. If they're just not a nice person, you could block them. And these, in my opinion, are the emotionally mature steps. And in my opinion, Gabbie Hanna is not emotionally mature. And that is why I cannot be a fan of her anymore. Like, that is the cut and dry TLDR answer. And I think she genuinely believes that she is mature, based on what she has been saying in the tweets. And I haven't seen literally everything, because at a certain point it becomes just too much. Because I know she's been on, not only has she been tweeting, but she's been on Instagram Live, in her Instagram stories, YouTube, and TikTok. And I don't even have a TikTok account. So the only clips from TikTok that I would have seen would have been posted elsewhere. And I did watch a little bit of her Instagram story, but definitely not the Instagram Live. Anything that I would have seen from that would have been from somebody else. So I'm not coming to you with a fully researched video, because I have opinions and I'm not trying to give a scientific thesis. I just wanted to come on here and say my opinion, because I used to be a fan of Gabbie Hanna. The reason I was a fan of hers is because I personally think her music is amazing. There is not a song of hers that I don't like. And that's probably going to continue to be the case. And you can be a fan of an artist's work without being a fan of the artist. J.K. Rowling is an amazing example. I will always be a Harry Potter stan. I will always blame my misgivings on being a Slytherin. But I cannot support J.K. Rowling because of comments she's made. But that's not what this video is about. That's just an example. And in the case of Gabbie Hanna, obviously I'm not comparing what she's done to what J.K. Rowling has done. I'm just saying you can love the art, but not agree with the artist. And that's how I feel about both of these women. And I used to love Gabbie's vlogs, her main channel videos. I watched most episodes of her podcast. I don't think I watched any episodes after the Trisha Paytas one, because let's be honest, we were all waiting for that one. And, I've never been a podcast person, but that's beside the point. This is not about me specifically. I guess it's my opinions. But anyway, I will always enjoy her music, probably, because I think it's good music. I know a lot of people don't, and that's obviously okay. Yes, it's okay that somebody shares different opinions from me. That's a concept. That's part of it too. The reason she went off on Rachel Oates is because she criticized Gabbie's poetry. And that's okay. It's okay that someone doesn't agree with you. And the way that Rachel went about it was very respectful. Is that the word? But even if it wasn't, even if it was a hate-filled video, Rachel has, let's see, how many followers on YouTube does Rachel have? Or subscribers, I should say. She has 214,000 subscribers compared to Gabbie's almost 6 million. Why would Gabbie think that it's okay to go after somebody who has way less subscribers than she does? Because obviously her fans are going to, the more extreme fans are going to send hate to Rachel. And how is she going to defend herself? That's not fair. And what Gabbie has been saying all through this, through attacking several people, I know I've only mentioned Rachel in this video, and if you don't know the whole context to this, there are plenty of other channels to check that out on. I am not a commentary channel. I'm just sharing my opinions. But going after people is not okay. It doesn't matter like how many followers you have, how many followers the other person has. It's not okay. But anyway, what Gabbie has been saying throughout this whole thing is that she is defending herself. And anyway, sorry, my camera or my phone keeps running out of storage space for these videos. So I keep deleting apps to keep going because that's how passionate I feel about this. But anyway, defending yourself is one thing. Doing what she did is something else. Because, and I'm not even talking about the timeline, because a lot of people bring up the fact that the videos that Rachel put out about Gabbie's book were 5 months ago, and Gabbie's talking about it now. Like, there's no timeline here. In my opinion, if something happens to you that's crappy and you talk about it 10 years later, you do you. Like, more power to you. I've had things happen to me that I've never talked about. Who knows if I ever will in the future. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying what she's doing is not defending herself. She is attacking the person who wronged her. Or even wronged without air quotes. Like, let's say what she did was wrong. What Gabbie is doing is taking it another 5 steps in front of that. She's going from defending to attacking. And that is what she doesn't understand. She does not understand, or she just doesn't care. Whatever it is, it's attacking. Because she's calling people names, and obviously that sounds so elementary school when you say it, but that's what she's doing. She is bullying. And she talks about how these people bullied her, but she's doing the same thing. You can defend yourself without attacking the person that you're trying to defend yourself against. And she's not. She's attacking by calling them names, by bringing up ridiculous things. What I saw the moment I decided I wasn't a Gabbie fan anymore was when she brought up the fact that Rachel's videos that weren't about Gabbie got way lower views than the ones that were. Why are you even talking about that? And she says it's because, you know, like, oh, she talks about me because those videos get views. Do you not do certain things because you know that that'll get views? I'm confused. Is that not how people, at least people who are starting out, people who haven't gone viral, people who don't have millions and millions of subscribers, is that not what people do? Beauty influencers, when there is a challenge going around, like doing my makeup in alphabetical order, doing my makeup like a drag queen, and I'm not. Are those not things that have been done before? Are those not things that were popular at whatever point in time? That argument is bad. And her videos, Rachel's videos, were not defamatory. They were not slanderous. What have you. They were commentary. And she chose to talk about Gabbie either because, like, you know, her poetry was selling. She was like, oh, you know, this is a New York Times bestseller. I want to read it. I want to see what I think about it. Is that not how people make videos? Is that not how people decide what they're going to talk about? Popular things / things that they're actually interested in. You know, the happy medium with that. That's how people make videos. So you cannot fault anyone for doing that as long as they're not being slanderous. And she was not. None of the people Gabbie talked about were not. So that to me is not an argument. Saying I'm defending myself because these people were bullying me, they were not bullying you. If they were talking about you because you were the hot topic at the time, that's not bullying. Sure, that's trying to get views, trying to get clicks, trying to get subscribers. Sure, whatever. If they were, that's fine. That doesn't play into what's going on. That is not a reason for you to go off on someone. What Gabbie did / is doing, I'm not sure if she's still going off, that's bullying in her own words with what bullying is. If Gabbie, okay, you know what, not even talking about Gabbie, if a third party with 6 million subscribers, if they talked about a bunch of people, a bunch of smaller creators, whatever, what have you, if they talked about those people, you know, what they did in the past, whatever, and were like, oh, these people, you know, they bullied me, they said so-and-so about me, I'm coming in now to defend myself. And if that person said everything that Gabbie's been saying, and Gabbie were a witness to this, would she not think that that larger creator was the one being the bully? Even if she thought, like, okay, I guess those smaller creators really were being really mean, or those other creators, I'm not sure, you know, where everybody stands in fame or whatever. But even if those people were being horrible or whatever, would Gabbie, as a witness, not think that the person who's defending themselves, would she not think that that person is also being a bully themselves? I'd be curious to know the answer to that, because I think that she would. And this is all opinion, but I believe that if Gabbie were just witnessing this, I believe that she would think that that person with the almost 7 million subscribers, I think she would think that person was being a bully. And taking it 5 steps further than just defending themselves. So There's so much more that I could say, but I'm just going to end it here because my phone keeps running out of storage space and I don't know how much longer I have. But if you watch this, thanks. It means a lot because, you know, I'm a person with 10 subscribers coming on here and doing this. But I felt that I needed to share my opinions, even if for no one other than myself. You know, this is something that I was witnessing that I felt was not okay. It's not. And Gabbie doesn't realize that it's not okay. Hopefully one day she does. Thanks for watching. Bye.